like I said to this corrupted judge, when I addressed the courts, what a sham of a court hearing. We never stood a chance. The Rook order, the judge, so-called, asked his friend, another judge, Germain, to look over this case, a friend of a friend. And the Rook is his boss. We never stood a chance.
Adam Sos here for Rebel News, and I am on the step of the Court of Queen's Bench building here in Alberta, and it is this very location at which Pastor Artur Pawlowski learned his fate. The sanctions handed down by Justice Adam Germain yesterday. These sanctions were truly troubling, and we're going to get to them in a minute, but first I want to talk about the proceedings in court that were equally troubling. Justice Adam Germain went on a politically motivated 45-minute rant echoing political talking points from government authorities and other officials, including Dr. Dina Hinshaw, at length. He then also took great efforts to very sort of aggressively go after Pastor Artur Pawlowski's character. He compared him to a drunk driver, and he suggested that a great deal of his efforts were simply to seek clout, to seek fame. Listen, the fact is that Pastor Artur Pawlowski, whether you like him or not, has been feeding people on these streets for 15 years. He certainly has not been doing that to seek fame. Nevertheless, Justice Germain attacked him personally. He spent more time talking about Pastor Artur and talking about political matters than he talked about the actual legal matters in front of him in court. And if that wasn't troubling enough, if that wasn't politicized enough, things got worse when he read his sanction. There were some normal and expected components, such as fines, legal costs incurred by Alberta Health Services, and expectations that he will comply with Alberta Health Services regulations. That was somewhat expected. But incredibly troubling were some of the additional sanctions included in this probation period. First of all, Pastor Artur Pawlowski specifically was excluded from travel outside of Alberta. This fundamentally undermines his capacity as a pastor to preach and to go around the world sharing his story. And most troubling was a Soviet-style speech mandate, which insisted that Pastor Artur Pawlowski, following any public comments whatsoever, include a footnote or an addendum that he was forced to read a script echoing government talking points. This is virtually unprecedented in this country, and that a judge, Justice Adam Germain, would include it in a ruling mandating that Pastor Artur Pawlowski has to fundamentally undermine his own beliefs every time he speaks publicly is fundamentally un-Canadian. And so we have launched our FireTheJudge.com campaign. Justice Adam Germain and other judges in this country have for too long received a free pass when their conduct is not at all judicial and is entirely political. And we are sick and tired of it. If you agree that judges in this country should stop being political and should start simply applying the law and protecting fundamental charter rights, we need your help to hold them accountable. Judges like Justice Adam Germain have made a mockery of our legal system, and if you want them held accountable, we need you to go to FireTheJudge.com. There we'll have a petition that you can sign, and we're also going to have some other ways for you to get involved and have your voice heard on this important matter.